Okay, my name is Chris, and I play bass and sing in Audiostrobelight.
Word. All right. All right. First question. How long have you been playing bass?
Oh man, how long have I been playing bass? I've been playing bass for 11 years now. I know that sounds like too long, but it has been. I actually didn't start on bass. I started on drums. And in middle school I played snare drum and band, but then it got to the point where we had to move into an apartment. I couldn't play the drums anymore. So I picked up guitar and bass and never looked back, man. I love it.
Word. What do you think the difference is between like just playing bass, like you learned it and play it, and performing bass?
That's a really, really interesting question. I think a lot of people don't put enough emphasis on the live show. You know, so many people are like, all right, I know how to play music, and then they stand on a stage and they're like, all right, we got to go to 7. You know, they don't put any of themselves into it. And you know, we have always from day one talked about putting as much of ourselves into it as we can. And just the high energy, it's you know, it may look like a performance or whatever, it doesn't feel like it. We're just up here having fun, and that's just what it looks like, you know.
Yeah. All right. What are you thinking when you're up on stage?
What am I thinking when I'm on stage? My goal is always to get the crowd more into it, because the more the crowd is into it, the more we're into it. Like, we're gonna put on a good show regardless, at least in my mind, but the best shows we've ever had, the ones where I feel like we put on the best show, have been a lot based on the crowd. If the crowd's really into it, we're really into it, you know? Not to say that we're not gonna move around, we're not gonna have a good time if there's 2 or 3 people there. Sometimes it's weird, like sometimes the shows there's like nobody there. Like we come out feeling like, oh man, so dead after that one. But like, I don't know, I think what it is like the shows in front of the people that are really into it are the ones where you just don't even care. You just don't even feel it. Like the 40 minutes flies by and at the end you're just like, that was awesome. That's why we do this, you know? And I don't know what your question was, but I hope I answered it.
You did, very thoroughly. On a scale of 1 to 7, how much fun was tonight?
On a scale of 1 to 7, how much fun it was? Well, tonight had some really interesting variables, you know, the costume, the makeup, that all upped the fun, I think, although I got some latex in my mouth and I couldn't really breathe for a little bit. But on a scale of 1 to 7, I'd say tonight was about a 5.5. That's pretty high, all things considered. Out of 7? 5.5, man, that scale makes me feel bad, because now I'm giving it a 5.5, and I feel like it should be worth more than that, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you could be any flavor of ice cream, what would you be?
Ooh, if I could be any flavor of ice cream, what would I be? That's a really hard question. I think I'd be one of those, ready for the PC answer? I would be one of those Ben & Jerry charity ice creams. Yeah! I don't even care which ones. Money going towards some good cause, and people get to eat ice cream too.
Oh yeah. All right, one last serious question, and what's the feeling you get when you're on stage?
The feeling I get is absolute euphoria. Like, there's nothing better. Like, we've been a band for 6 years now. It's a long time to do something. The only reason we still do it is because we love the feeling on stage. We had a show 2 weeks ago in Pennington Gap, Virginia, which is, I'm pretty sure, the furthest away you can be in Virginia and still be in Virginia, which is literally 18 hours round trip driving. So we drove for 18 hours to do something for 30 minutes. Because we love it.
Yeah.
Like we lost like $100 on that show. It didn't even matter, dude. Like we've been losing money for years. It's just it gets to the point where, you know, if you're in this business to make money, you're gonna break up quick. You know, like the thrill of performance is the one thing that's gotta keep you going. If you aren't having fun on stage, you're doing it wrong. Like if you're on stage and your feeling isn't, this is the best thing ever, then you gotta try something different, man. Yeah.